Please don't curse. I hope he didn't include your audio when he said that. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Sorry. Thanks. Here we go. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Alright. After weeks and weeks and weeks, it is officially here. The time is up. Now is the time. For Micah, there's only one way out. If Micah wants his own parents to stay as a family, then tonight he will have to win this entire Fortnite battle. Ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time ever, you're looking live on a Fortnite match in which if Micah wins, his parents stay. If he loses, his parents get a divorce.
Just
Probably
get a
the
divorce.
most anticipated, the most
Get a
insane
divorce. Get a divorce.
game night in the history of the channel. Hello again, everybody. I'm Adrian Matt here alongside with my broadcast colleagues. First up, starting up with my broadcast colleague, none other than T, who's joining us here tonight.
Yeah, get a divorce. Divorce. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna lose. Everybody's gonna you picked Fortnite as a stipulation to get. He's going. Micah, I'm sorry, but you are up against competitors that I do not see you winning this whole thing.
And also none other than well, ExpertPizza, who's going to be joining us here on commentary right now, joining us.
Yeah, and what do you mean by that, T? When you said
What
that?
I mean by that, I mean that like he got a lot of people coming. He got a lot of competition here tonight on Fortnite. A lot of great competitors here tonight. You got Kai Too Crazy is in this match. For crying out loud, come on now. You have someone that's going to be a huge threat in this match. That is Kai Too Crazy, and you trying to save a divorce. Haha, you're gonna try to save a marriage. That's crazy talk.
By the way, Micah's gamer tag here in the game is known as woowoo. So if you see woowoo in the game, that is actually Micah here tonight. Nonetheless, Kai Too Crazy already wasting a little time going after the former, the former champion, Kai Too Crazy, going after the present champion and missed. And this is going to be the last two standing in this first round. One of these two are going to be able to win this match. You got to feel sorry for Micah. The first round is already gone with. He's already been eliminated, so clearly he's not going to win the first round. So that's going to be a lesser of a chance for him to keep his parents from getting divorced.
Hey, Adrian, be realistic now. You have two of the best on Fortnite right now. Do you really think Micah had a chance to win this match?
Well, there's a great chance. Hey, listen, no disrespect. I mean, Kai Too Crazy and Miss, you're right. They actually are one of the best when it comes to it, but they are also the in my opinion at least, the biggest crybabies there are here in Eon Network. Behind the scenes, they like to cry a lot. As Mixed Box already and Kai Too Crazy wasting a little time already, who's going to be the last man standing at this juncture in the first round? Remember, first time ever, this is the Fortnite Divorce or Not game that's taking place. Either Micah wins and his parents will stay, or none other than his own parents are going to be divorced if he does lose here tonight, as Kai Too Crazy, again, ladies and gentlemen, is trying to do what he can to try to eviscerate none other than Miss the champion, who's, I guess, smart enough to go inside that safe haven, which, by the way, the safe haven has dissipated. I'm actually surprised that I was able to use the word smart and missed in the same sentence, and Kai Too Crazy just shotgunned, missed right there. What a way to start this entire thing.
Good job for Kai Too Crazy. That's what I said. Kai Too Crazy and Miss are the veterans here on Fortnite. They are the.
And I'm not trying to take away the spotlight here, okay? But that seemed way too good to be true. That kill.
Yeah, that was a good kill right there.
Well, don't you find it a little odd that both of them are friends? Don't you find it a little odd that both of them are best friends? They actually like to rehearse. They like to play behind the scenes. Who knows? Maybe they scripted that here tonight in this match. They probably are talking to themselves amongst each other right now saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to make you kill me because Kai Too Crazy just killed Mist. Either Mist is incredibly off his game tonight, or Kai Too Crazy and Mist already rehearsed this earlier tonight, which allowed Kai Too Crazy to pick up the victory in the first round.
Oh, you don't think that? I mean, these two are very competitive here on Fortnite. They know what they're at stake. They know what they need to do here on Fortnite, and that be the last man standing. And the
for
fact
woowoo,
that
it's more important than becoming the last man standing rebel.
Well, it is for woowoo, but here again, you have different great competitors here in this match.
Well, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta feel sorry for this kid. Woo, okay, Micah just got eliminated moments ago. He fell to the ground below. He got eliminated. Yet again, another chance of Micah not allowing his parents to stay. I'll tell you, Micah really needs to dig down deep inside. He's got to do it now, because if he does not win this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, it's over. For the very first time ever, we're actually witnessing a whole marriage on the line on Fortnite. This is the first ever Fortnite marriage matchup. Either, again, Micah loses this match and his parents get a divorce, or if Micah wins, his parents stay. And Micah's not won the first round, and he's not won the second round. He's been eliminated here.
And all of this is because of Micah's dad being cheating on the mom. So that's where it all comes to.
It's been kind of funny that you used the word cheating, and I'm spectating this.
Yes, what do you mean Miss cheating? Miss does not cheat. He is the greatest champion. He is the greatest champion on Fortnite history, and just got killed. You got him killed right there.
And against Fall Ball has been eliminated here. ExpertPizza, I was waiting for you to speak.
Oh yeah. Oh, so going back to the Micah situation, I wonder why they just haven't him decide it through a Fortnite match. That's like kind of like the randomest like thing to decide a divorce.
Well, probably the most unorthodox thing. You're absolutely right. The most bizarre, the most different kind of match that we've ever seen in the history of EO Network. But then again, this is a channel that housed a lot of very, very odd and bizarre matches. So this is just added to the collection. But again, we have never seen in the history of Fortnite, let alone Fortnite. Okay,
this is a force.
We've been here for over 14 years. Well, listen, for over 14 years we've been here. And the fact is, EO Network has, again, broadcasted many, many unorthodox matches down through the years. And I got to tell you, tonight is no different, because this is, as I said it before, a match in which a marriage is hanging in the balance. And basically, the only person that can save this marriage is their own child, their own kid, Micah, which all began a couple of weeks back whenever Micah stated that his parents were going to get a divorce. His father confirmed it. His mom came on the mic and said, hey, there's one ultimatum. If Micah wins on Fortnite, we can stay as parents. But you can see here, it's not looking good for Micah right now, aka woowoo.
Yes, because I settle marriages in a game of Fortnite. I settled the divorce on a game of Barney and Friends. Is what I settle my divorce in. Yes.
Well, bottom line is, T, I mean, regardless if you agree with it or not, and I'm not going to lie to you, I'm with you 100%, and I'm sure a lot of people are with you as well. Not many people are really going to look at this and agree with the parents. And they're not going to agree with what Micah's mother said a couple of weeks back, stating that it's got to be here on Fortnite. But nevertheless, it's been set. It's been locked in, and there's nothing else other than the fact that Micah's got to win here tonight. There's no going back, and that's it. And the problem is the fact that Micah needs to win this matchup here tonight. If he does not, then it's over. There are no second chances once it's over. Once he loses, if he does, you got to believe that his parents are already packing to get out of their lives.
Well, I'm pretty shocked that woowoo is still in this here. I mean, because he lost the last 2 rounds, but he is still and is trying to get the win here.
I mean, he has to do this. I mean, he really does have to do this. He's in the fight for his life. He's in the fight for his family. I mean, the entire family loom hangs in the balance here tonight. Woo has been a kid over the past couple of years. He told us behind the scenes he's been very happy. He's been a very happy kid. But something changed. Something actually dramatically changed drastically over the past couple of months. And that was whenever his parents felt more distant. And you can see Miss, though, is the man responsible for killing Woo right there. Woo has been eliminated. Woo now for a 3rd time in this matchup is not going to win this. And remember, there's a total of 15 rounds. And we'd like to actually emphasize this. There's a total of 15 rounds. And you can see here now, it looks like I think Miss just won this matchup, but the bottom line is it doesn't matter about the others, okay? It does not matter about Miss winning this. It doesn't matter about any other person winning or not. We are only, and again, only spectating really theoretically Woo. If Woo was the one that gets the points, we are going to be counting that. He's got to actually get the most amount of points by the end of the game, and we're going to find out currently he does have 0.
Let me get this straight. You're just spectating Woo.
I'm not spectating Woo. I'm saying that out of everyone, however, Woo actually has the most important line of, well, points here tonight.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, he does, but I don't think he's going to win tonight. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but that's not. I mean, we gotta be realistic here.
Well, no, and there's nothing wrong with being realistic. Again, we're announcers here. We got to add the insight. And the problem is, you're right. It is a huge, and I mean, let alone, listen, forget about the fact that Kai2 Crazy's here. Forget about the fact that the champion Miss is here, okay? This is a free-for-all matchup that has a total of 16 players right now currently in the lobby. That means that he has a 1 in 16th chance in winning this game. That is a low amount of percent. That is a low chance for Micah to actually win this game, which in the process allows Micah to save his family here tonight.
One thing I seen woowoo do, he got a kill last round, which I was surprised he got, because it was on red too. So
you can see now woowoo at the top. What's gonna do? From what I understand, perhaps maybe some form of plan to try to deliver an assault against what is that? The Gamer Boy 2012, who, by the way, before the show started, that guy kept shooting and shooting. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. And now the Gamer Boy just eliminated woowoo. And you know what? I'm starting to blame Kai2 Crazy. I'm starting to blame people like Mist and this guy now at the Gamer Boy. All three gentlemen are good friends behind the scenes. They love each other. They, of course, give each other high fives, whatever the case. But the fact of the matter is, these guys are the reason why woowoo's not winning. They are to blame for this kid who's not going to have his own family, of course, after the game is over with.
Oh my God, you can't blame him.
Laughing over that. You actually are thinking it's funny.
No. I mean, you cannot think this is all their fault. This is not their fault. It's every man's game. Every man's for himself. They're trying to win this thing. They are trying to be the last man standing. One of them. And I believe Kai2 Crazy is going to be that last man standing here tonight.
Well, the thing is, there's no such thing as last man standing when it comes to the amount of points, Rebel. But I get your point. Nonetheless, though, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I do want to say, when it comes to the points valley, though, Miss currently has 2, Kai2 Crazy with 2 points. Clearly, this is going to be round 5. We're going to find out who's going to be the man with the most amount of points as we're rolling on here in this Friday Night Horizon here tonight, a part of the Network, to determine if Micah's parents are going to be staying or if they're going to be getting divorced. By the end of the night, when the night is over with, we will again have that answer. Will Micah actually say goodbye to his parents, or will somehow, some way, will a miracle happen tonight? Will his parents actually stay? And we're going to find out eventually here at the conclusion of this broadcast, as the next matchup is already beginning here in this matchup on Fortnite. Again, free-for-all style, every single person for themselves.
Well, you got Kai2 Crazy and Miz trying to stay up in this game, and you know, hey, they've been doing a great job. All these great competitors have been great tonight. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I mean, you can enjoy all you want, but I mean, we're I think, in my opinion, I think we're witnessing right before our very eyes. We're honestly witnessing the destruction, the end of a family. The fact that his own parents, Micah's parents, that is, are looking on and perhaps maybe rooting for Micah, who knows, but they understand exactly what is at stake. I mean, they agreed to this entire thing, and they actually agreed to the entire stipulation. Everybody agreed to it. Micah said this past week that he was going to do it because he loved them, that he wanted them. He wanted to have the two together forever. And American Guns has been shotgunned. I think that was Kai2 Crazy, if I'm not mistaken, who just made it into now what would be his 3rd point. He's leaned the way, but still it hurts me to say that Micah currently has 0 points right now. And again, it's not fair, in my opinion, to have people like Kai and Mist here in this game. Clearly they're working together. Clearly they have some sort of conspiracy against Mike, in my opinion. And they have some sort of, I don't know what it is, but they have some sort of plan against everybody else in the lobby. That's what's happening here, which is the reason why Kai2 Crazy and Mr. winning back and forth. The two of them have some form of plan against everybody else, and I think everyone else is just too, I don't know if they're too dumb to understand it, I don't know if they're too stupid to understand that, or if they're just actually along with it in the plan too. But nonetheless, Mist and Kai2 Crazy, along with the Gamer Boy, all 3 stooges, in my opinion, these 3 stooges are working together, and it's making me sick.
I mean, they just doing the game right now. They just playing the game. Is what they're doing, Adrian. That's all they're doing.
Playing the game, all right. Laughing at the fact that like a kid is being tortured right before our very eyes here tonight in this match. And the fact of the matter is, the champion Miss should not even, honestly, shouldn't even be here tonight, in my opinion. I think the guy actually deserves to even be kicked out of the Network, let alone on Fortnite, actually. You know what? Take Kai2 Crazy with him, too. How about that?
You want the champion to be kicked out of Fortnite?
Yes.
Why? Why should we kick the champion off Fortnite?
Well, because the guys rehearsing this entire thing. Look at this. Look, this is all some sort of scripted match that we're witnessing, I'm sure. This is a scripted match, ladies and gentlemen. Normally, this is not scripted, right? Normally, this is a free-for-all match. You can't script things like this. But tonight, I'm starting to think that this is one of those rare times that it's scripted. Mist and Kai2 Crazy and the Gamer Boy probably went earlier tonight, got everyone involved in the lobby. They probably practice and practice and practice. They have each other's scripts already. They're probably just doing what everyone agreed to do, and that's the reason why Kai and Mist are winning back and forth. It's not because of skills. It's not because of that. It's because of the fact that they're actually scripted this entire damn thing. That's the matter. That's the fact of the matter.
Or it could be that Kai2 and Myth are really, really that good in Fortnite.
Yeah, okay. You can see here Mist, though, zoning in here tonight as the matchup is underway, looking right above Kai2 Crazy at the top of the clock tower, perhaps trying to clock against Mist, a.k.a. the champion, who, remember, oh, wait a minute, I'll get to that in a minute, because here we go. Well, woowoo versus none other than, it's woowoo versus Mist. I believe they actually saw each other eye to eye at this point in time. And this is not going to be good in my opinion. I think, again, woowoo's going to have to try to re-strategize. He's going to have to try to regain his composure or something, because remember, Mist moments ago, he does have the advantage. American Guns has been eliminated here. Woowoo's still alive, but woowoo's desperately trying to fight back in this match. Perhaps maybe this is the power that he needs. Maybe this is the adrenaline that he was looking for. Maybe this is the love, the power that he was, of course, using tonight for his parents. Maybe that's going to be put on display for him to actually win this matchup, for him to try to make the impossible possible. And that's exactly what Woo is looking to do, to make the impossible possible, to save his family's marriage tonight.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's losing health, and Kai2 and Myth are still at 100 health.
Ooh, they're fighting.
That was a good close call right there.
Yeah, but it's not over just yet. Woo continuing the assault. He's going to have to try to continue the ambush now. Looking right on, as you can see, the storm continues to shrink. Continues to shrink every single time here as Woo now at this point in time looking right at the eyes of Kai2 Crazy, another person who I believe is probably, I don't know, some sort of script that is happening here, but nonetheless is Woo up and over the top of the platform. We can't deny the fact that there's got to be something going on. There's some sort of conspiracy here in my opinion. I mean, the fact that Kai2 Crazy and Mist are winning back and forth, that doesn't strike you odd?
What do you want them to do? Do you want them to help?
I want them to actually play for real. How about that?
Do you want
I
them
think the entire lobby's in it too. I think the entire lobby's a bunch of goofballs who are letting this happen.
You want them to hold Woo-Woo's hand and make him win? Is that what you want?
What I'm wanting is actually, I'm wanting a legitimate battle. I'm wanting a legitimate game, and that's exactly what we're not having tonight. You can see here, Woo though, in Mist box now, along with Kai2 Crazy. It's a triple threat style. You gotta be kidding me. This is ridiculous. They're ganging up on the guy. They're ganging up on this kid. His own parents again are on the line. Don't you guys have some sympathy for crying out loud? Don't you guys care for families? What the hell is wrong with you guys? Don't you care for his family? Don't you care for his parents? Don't you actually care for it? Don't you care? Don't you care?
I'm pretty sure. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, right now he's doing pretty good, because right now he's in the top 3.
Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. What a shock. What a shock. Mist again now getting his other point tonight. And what did it surprise you that it was Kai and Mist, the last two standing along with Woo? Did that surprise? I didn't surprise anybody. Okay, that didn't surprise me, and I can guarantee you it didn't surprise you two. It didn't surprise anybody else watching here tonight. And the bottom line is this. These guys are literally just rehearsing this entire thing. They planned this out. They were actually planning and planning and planning. I'm starting to think that every single person competing here tonight, of course, is within the plan too. Like this guy, the Gamer Boy, who actually continues to just what he thinks he's funny, he actually thinks he's so cool dancing in front of the camera. You're acting like a fool, and I can guarantee you that no one finds you funny, and I can guarantee that everyone finds it like a goof, and you are a goof. It's not like a goof. You are a goof. He is a goof. He's going to continue to be a goof, and I can guarantee you he'll be a goof for the next 20 years.
Let me say, I was surprised that Micah made it to the final 3. That I was surprised by that.
Yeah, me too. Well, and then
I think they're just trying to do this as mind games. They're trying to play with this kid, Woo, who in my opinion, again, doesn't deserve any of this. His own parents are looking on with disgust. His own parents right now, from what I understand, are actually watching, ladies and gentlemen, as this is round 7. But remember, his parents are watching because we know what's at stake. Micah needs to win this matchup. Micah, a.k.a. Woo, has to win this matchup. He's got to actually win here tonight. Otherwise, if he doesn't win, then his own parents get a divorce. And you know who's going to be laughing? People like Miss, people like Kai2Crazy, people like the Gamer Boy are going to be laughing. You know why these guys are going to be laughing? These three stooges are going to be laughing because they enjoy the fact that people get bullied. They enjoy the fact that people get tortured. They enjoy seeing families dissolved right before their very eyes. And that's exactly what's taking place here tonight. People like Kai2Crazy, Mist, and the Gamer Boy, and the rest of the idiots in this lobby, they don't care. They don't actually have any empathy. They don't have sympathy. They don't care for this kid. They don't care for anybody except for themselves, and they only care about their own glory. Look at me. I'm on Fortnite. I want to play, and I'm going to get all the points here. I'm going to rally up all the points. I'm going to try to make myself look good in front of everyone. Why? Because I only care for myself. I don't care for anybody else except for me. And people should actually take a step back and try to realize what is actually at stake tonight.
What do you think that was going to happen tonight, Adrian? What do you think that was going to happen in this game of Fortnite? Honestly.
Bottom line is, I'll tell you what's going to happen. The bottom line is, Mist and Kai2Crazy are going to continue to just script this entire thing. That's what it is. They have this entire game, honestly, in the palm of their hands, and it makes me sick. As woowoo's looking on, he's trying. Again, he being woowoo is just trying to desperately try to win this matchup. He is trying to get some sort of upper hand, try to get some sort of momentum going, trying to get himself going in this match, to try to shake the cobwebs, to try to keep his head on a swivel so he can try to focus in the matchup like this. As you can see now in the distance, the attack continues. I think that's Kai2Crazy, another goof head.
Woowoo can probably do it. He's going to try to get the kill on Kai2 here.
You can see woowoo actually regaining his composure against Kai2Crazy, the last two standing yet again. And now woowoo at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, trying to, as I stated before, trying to get the upper hand of this matchup against Kai2Crazy. Kai2Crazy already looking on, blocking it through here. Kai2Crazy again, former champion who lost to Miss a couple of months back, looking to reclaim what he lost a couple of months back there. Kai2Crazy using the shields and using the guns now up and over the top, missing through the woowoo. Woowoo's trying to fight back though, but is it enough?
I mean, he's trying to do what he can do to get back in it, but he's too busy trying to build is what's messing him up, Adrian. That's what he's doing. He's trying to build forts with, I mean, that's great and all, but you gotta use
just end it already. How about that?
You gotta use your weapons.
Clearly, Kai2Crazy is just trying to, listen, you know what? He's playing with the kid is what he's doing. Kai2Crazy could have ended this round about 10 minutes ago. He didn't want to do it. He's trying to play mind games. He's trying to play psychological warfare against woowoo. This kid obviously has his entire parents on the line. And what does Kai2Crazy do? He doesn't show any sympathy. So what does he do instead? He decides to play with his food. He decides to play with his opponent here tonight. He wants to make fun of his opponent. He's basically adding dirt. He's basically adding salt to his wounds here. That's exactly what Kai2Crazy is doing. And woowoo just got his first victory, though. Woowoo just got his first victory. But you know what? This is ridiculous. Kai2Crazy should be ashamed of himself. You know what? Sure.
Let him win.
Okay. Yeah, okay. No, he didn't let him win. What he's doing is clearly the guy is actually killing himself. He eliminated himself. You know what he's trying to do? He's trying to make woowoo feel like he has a chance when in reality he doesn't. Woowoo he's probably thinking that right now. Woowoo's probably saying, yes, I have a chance. I have a great chance tonight to save my family. Because Kai2Crazy just fell off moments ago, right? Well, no, wrong. Kai2Crazy is doing this because he wants to crush the confidence of woowoo. That's what it is.
Okay. No, that was great sportsmanship. See, Kai2Crazy does have a heart. He does care about woo. You know, so I do think there's compassion there by Kai2Crazy and Miss as the champion. See, they don't want to see their fellow teammates to, you know, lose. They don't want their fellow teammates to lose out on a parent, you know. They don't want that. They want Micah to have a family.
One of the most bizarre broadcasts taking place here tonight, folks.
Micah the point. So
woowoo actually just shot you down.
Well, I just wanted him to shot. I went to him to shoot me down.
And ExpertPizza, of course, our broadcast colleague. I guess you're going to be playing, trying to get your hands on against the opponents before you got eliminated by Kai2Crazy. Kai2Crazy involved, of course, trying to make sure he's going to try to become, quote, crazy. In fact, this Kai2Crazy has never been the same ever since he lost the Fortnite Championship a couple of months ago. He stated that he really would like to become the champion again one day, that once he lost that title, it really changed, and he really became a different person, a much more focused person, and making sure that he's not going to make the same mistake again. So if Mist and Kai2Crazy ever do face off for the championship down the road, you got to believe that Kai2Crazy is not going to make the same mistakes the first time around that allowed him to lose the title against a guy like Mist, who, again, in my opinion, isn't all that.
Great job for Kai2Crazy for regaining his health right there. Trying to stay in this match, you know, trying to get the job done here.
Kai2Crazy looking on already. There's been the different chests. Hey, you know, Kai2Crazy, and it's funny that you guys were defending him and all that. You guys were trying to sing the praises of Kai2Crazy, and you can do all that all you want. But the bottom line is this. All right, look at this. The guy
let me tell you something.
Listen,
He graduated from.
He's selfish is what it is. He had all those loots. Look at all those loots. Look at all those chests. And he decided to get all of them. He didn't want to share it.
That is
Sometimes sharing's not caring.
What are you talking about? Kai2Crazy been shot.
I'm just saying. No, I was just saying. Sometimes sharing is not caring. Not all the time.
Well, you always want to
Kai2Crazy does not care, that's for sure. Anyways, Kai2Crazy looking on. And wait a minute, is that Mist in the distance against?
I think so.
That is against, well, yeah, it's woowoo and Kai2Crazy and American Guns here who, oh, and looks like woowoo's been eliminated by Kai2Crazy. Am I shocked? Not necessarily. Kai2Crazy only cares about himself and himself only.
If you see Kai2Crazy is trying to do what's best, and he's trying to get the kill on, I think that's, who is that there? That Mist?
Well, actually, that's Mist and Kai2Crazy along with American Guns, the last three standing in this matchup at this juncture in time. And you got to believe that perhaps maybe... Oh, and American Guns has been shotgunned. Here we go. A little bit of a preview for what could be happening down the road whenever these two expect to at least meet up for the championship. But it's Mist who just got the number of Kai2Crazy, defeating Kai2Crazy again. Something that we saw, a reminiscent scene of what we saw a few months back whenever the championship was on the line between the two, whenever Mist defended the title against Kai2Crazy the night. Remember, Kai2Crazy did lose.
Let's go talk about Kai2Crazy and Mist, okay? Because they are great competitors. They're great rivals. They are great rivals. They have what it takes to be. Kai2Crazy is trying to prove himself that he can be the Fortnite champion. That he can go against Mist. So is it the time that we put Kai2 and Mist in a championship? Yet again, I think we need to do that.
Kai2Crazy is going to have to win a number one contendership down the road, that if that ever does take place, he's going to have to try to earn it. Kai2Crazy does. Anyways, Kai2Crazy early on has eliminated woowoo. Hey, you know what? Listen, again, as I said it before here, okay? I mean, woowoo, you got to give credit. You got to give credit to the guy. I mean, he didn't have to show up here tonight. He didn't have to play on Fortnite. He understood exactly what was on the line. He understood what was at stake. He understood exactly that his parents were going to be looking on, that his entire world was going to be on his shoulders, that the entire pressure was going to be building inside, that there was probably going to be no way that he was going to win, and yet decided to show up tonight. Goes to show exactly the heart and resilience that woowoo has. Woowoo knew exactly what he was going to do, and he knew exactly what he was going to go in for. And the fact that he is here goes to show the resilience of this kid. You got to give him credit.
I'm not discrediting him at all. I mean, he has a lot of guts going into this.
Yes. And the fact of the matter is, again, a whole marriage is going to be decided here tonight. That's what it is. Either a marriage is going to be shattered or a marriage is actually going to be saved.
What's your take, ExpertPizza? What's your take on all this?
Yeah, since you like hogging up the entire thing, T, why don't you let your colleague talk?
Okay, so I think it would. Oh, he wins again. I don't know why they're just not letting them win. Because I know they would be sad if they were losing and they were trying
because they don't care. That's why.
Wait, you expect them
Lord.
to let him win?
Yes, have some sympathy for him. He's a child trying to. Yeah, he's trying to save a marriage.
And you
on
know,
a game
every single
like
person in
Fortnite.
this lobby, every single person in this lobby is to blame for this as well. That's what it is. Every single person in this lobby is to blame. They understand what's happening. They understand that if Mist, or not Mist, excuse me, but woowoo loses, they understand that its entire parents are going to get a divorce. So what do? They make jokes. They crack jokes. They make fun of the guy. They make fun of the kid. They go around. They start shooting at woowoo. They try to make him seem like he's good when he obviously is struggling here tonight. So what do? They decide to honestly humiliate this kid in front of a capacity crowd here. Goes to show exactly the type of people that we have in this lobby, though. It just goes to show exactly what these people are all about. In my opinion, just complete disgusting people who don't even care for humanity, if you ask me.
Well,
This has nothing to do with anything, but do you know? Never mind. You know, actually, I can't even go there. Anyways, here we go. Matchup is underway. American Guns and Twitter Shade. I could have sworn Twitter was gone, by the way. But anyway, Twitter
Yeah,
Shade is
I
looking
still
on
call it
ExpertPizza. Got you crazy as well. Mist and American Guns. And I think woowoo, ladies and gentlemen, is no longer here in this lobby. I think he has been eliminated early on in this matchup. It breaks my heart for this kid because I think it's over. There is no way for woowoo to actually win this game. And I think at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's fair to say that his parents are going to get a divorce.
I called it before. I said this was a bad idea, and I mean, Micah, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for that. But
What do you mean you're deeply sorry for Micah? This is all Micah's fault. Micah was the one who allowed this to happen.
it's not Micah's fault. I mean, it's his father's fault. Okay, his father is the reason why we are here. His father is the reason why his father cheated on his mother.
You know what?
His mother wanted his.
I used to actually think that this was going to be Micah's day. I used to think that it was Micah who was trying to do everything he could to try to win this matchup. I used to think that Micah himself was just battling and battling and battling for the sake of trying to save his parents' marriage. But you know what? I think this was all a ruse. No, I think this was all a ruse. I think Micah, what had happened was, I think him and Kai Too Crazy and Mist and the Gamer Boy, on all these people, they actually put, you know what happened? They probably went on a party together, they talked about it, and they decided to say, you know what? Forget about my parents, Micah did. Micah probably said, you know what, I'm gonna join forces with you guys. Who cares about my parents? I'm gonna pretend to compete here tonight on Fortnite. I'm gonna pretend to. What are you laughing at?
What? I mean, you really think this is? You think Micah is going to disgrace his mother? You think that he is going to losing on purpose?
I'm pretty sure that's probably the case. I'm pretty sure that is probably the case. I mean, listen, his own parents are on the line here tonight, for crying out loud. And this is the performance that he gives.
He's trying.
Micah's a fool. I used to be on his side, but I'm not in his side anymore. I am not on that guy's side anymore. This kid is to blame. The kid doesn't care for his parents. He actually got the chance to join a party with Kai Too Crazy and Mist early on. I can guarantee you that. They all spoke, and they all decided to probably go, you know what? Just pretend to care for your parents. Pretend to join tonight, and pretend to even try to save your parents' marriage. When in reality, Micah doesn't care. He probably listened to Kai Too Crazy and Mist. They too probably brainwashed him into thinking that his parents didn't matter anymore. And they probably thought that it was okay for him to lose tonight. That's what this entire thing has started to at least look like. That's what it started to shape as.
No, you got it all wrong. It's the father's fault. It's his father's fault. His father is to blame. His father is the one who cheated Adrian. I keep telling you, it was fidelity.
Keep going on with that. You can keep going on with that conspiracy all you want. But you know what? Bottom line is, you know what? The truth of the matter is, Micah's an idiot. I used to be on that kid's side, but I'm no longer on his side after the performance that I saw here tonight. This was the performance that he gave us. This is exactly what he gave us here tonight. Woowoo, aka Micah, he cared about his parents, right? He cared about his parents. He wanted his parents to stay. He wanted his parents to be all happy. They wanted to live long and happy, of course, in their lives. And yet Micah decides to just basically pretend to care tonight and not even actually show 100%. He showed about a 20% if you're asking me.
I told you guys what was going to happen. Y'all say, oh, Micah's going to
I think he even quit, if I'm not mistaken. I think this kid actually quit. What a quitter! Hey, you know what? No, I'm officially saying it. For weeks and weeks and weeks, I used to think Micah was the victim. He is not the victim here tonight in this match. He is not the victim. You know what? The guy's a coward. He is a clown, if you ask me. He left the game. He doesn't care for his parents. And to blame is Kai2 Crazy and people like Miss, for instance, and everyone else in the lobby. They all brainwashed the kid. The kid believed it like a fool. He decided to pretend the fact that he was going to be fighting for his parents. He pretended to be good on camera, when in reality this was all a ruse for him to lose in front of everyone so he can actually try to see, oh, you know what? I want to see my parents get divorced. And he finally got it happen tonight.
You know, I gotta say, you know, that was if he did quit on purpose, I gotta say that was the best idea for Micah, because there's no chance that he was gonna win this whole thing. I'm sorry.
There was a chance.
There was no
but
chance.
He listened to Mist and Kai2 Crazy. That's what it was. Kai2 Crazy and Mist were probably scared that woowoo, aka Micah, was going to win the entire thing, and then therefore they decided to convince the kid to lose. And that kid, being the coward that he is, decided to actually follow through. By the way, I would like to say that Kai2 Crazy currently has 6 points in the lobby. Mist is at 5. You do realize that Kai2 Crazy is actually leading the way right now, and if he actually does win this entire game, he might as well perhaps crown himself #1 contender down the road, as Kai is perhaps going to be the one who could be facing Mist for the championship one day.
Yeah, and I'll be excited for that, instead of this nonsense.
Yeah.
Call it nonsense. You call it nonsense too.
No,
okay.
I'm not calling it nonsense.
You two are a bunch of idiots. How about that?
No, I'm
you
just
both
saying.
are a bunch of idiots. You guys don't care about Micah. I don't care about Micah.
No,
let me retract that statement. Let me retract. No. I misspoke. I don't care about Micah. You guys care about Mist, and you guys care about Kai2 Crazy, and you guys cared about this entire plan, and you guys were probably rooting for Micah to even agree with Mist and Kai2 Crazy, I'm sure.
Well, no.
I was hoping. Well, I had a little hope. Let me say that again. Little hope of.
Little hope. Okay.
Yes, little hope. And that
what are you
says
talking about?
That says something. Little hope.
It's been a little hope. There wasn't little hope there for you to survive there, T. You got eliminated by one Kai2 Crazy, who I'm sure you probably were very happy.
I'm not a competitor.
Yeah, but why don't you stand up for yourself once? How about that? Why don't you actually stand up against a guy like Kai2 Crazy instead of just letting him kill you all the time?
I don't play this stupid.
I don't play Crazy now. Well, nonetheless, so the developing story is this: we know that woowoo is no longer in the game. That kid quit. Sort of to think like, it's woowoo, aka Micah, aka Yalo. Is that what it is? I think Yalo is actually Micah. Both quitters, both losers. They have no idea what they're doing in their life. But nonetheless, again, the developing story now is this: we know that Micah's parents is getting a divorce. Now the story has shifted. The story is this: Kai2 Crazy is at 6 points. Mist is at currently 5 points. Kai and Mist got what they wanted. They have Woo out of their sights. Woo's no longer in the picture now. It is now time for Kai2 Crazy and American Guns to at least highlight who's going to be winning this round. And by the way, if Kai2 Crazy does actually win this round, I believe there is no coming back for Mist.
As you can see, Kai2 was celebrating his almost victory here against American Guns. So, I mean, Kai2 Crazy can possibly get this
by the way, who
victory here.
Who is the Gamer Man's 2012? Is that the Gamer Boy 2012? Oh, my Lord. What's up with the year 2012? What's so good about the year 2012? The last I checked, 2012 was a very bad year because everybody expected that year to be the end of the world. So the fact that you have the year 2012 in your name, no.
Ever seen the movie 2012?
Nope, and I don't plan on anytime soon.
That's a good movie.
You can see now American Guns looking upward. Kai2 Crazy is up above, and Kai2 Crazy, what a shock. Obviously, Kai2 Crazy, he's not necessarily man enough to go down there face-to-face to go against American Guns, but against American Guns, he's going to have to try to think outside of the box and perhaps maybe think what he has to do here at this point to try to make sure that he's going to try to defeat the big man Kai2 Crazy, who I will give credit. He is winning this far with 6 points. Yes,
well, now
I'll
you give him credit
there. Well, I'll give him credit for that he actually has 6 points at this point in time. I will not give him credit for being responsible for him brainwashing Micah, in my opinion, at least in my opinion. Again, I don't have proof for it, but that's just my opinion.
No one is brainwashing the kid. No one's brainwashing the kid. He was trying to fight for his parents to not get divorced. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. He did his
But the
best.
thing is,
he tried
clearly
to do
it was
his best.
all some sort of
He
ruse.
tried.
Look at this. Kai2 Crazy American Guns, one-on-one, face-to-face, eye-to-eye. Who's going to get the upper hand of this match? Shot after shot. American Guns. Guess that was very smart of the guy to try to stay away from Kai2 Crazy's incoming shots. However, he couldn't stay away from that one. Kai2 Crazy just won. It looks like Kai2 Crazy's at 7 points here. This is final round.
I mean, I told you guys from the start of this, like, I told you what was gonna happen, right?
Yes.
Hey, Rebel was right as always.
I wouldn't put as always, but you were right this time. But I wouldn't put as always.
Oh, what do you mean? You're part of the. Hey, you're part of Rebel Weekly. You supposed to agree.
Okay. That is true.
Well, obviously, that's another story that will be taking place, of course, in the next broadcast when it comes to EO Network Legacy. But tonight, we can agree, I think we can all agree here tonight, folks, that it has been a travesty nonetheless. This all started with Micah explaining to everybody that his parents were going to get a divorce. His mom came on the mic, stated that, hey, listen, we're not going to get a divorce if you win this matchup. He didn't win the matchup, and I was thinking perhaps because Kai2 Crazy and Mist and the Gamer Boy were so selfish, but it's all coming really like a puzzle. It started to connect. The fact is, obviously, Micah, he did this all on purpose. He wanted the attention. He wanted his parents to get a divorce. That's what it was. He listened to Kai2 Crazy and Mist. It was all scripted. It was all some sort of ruse. And then woowoo, a.k.a. Micah, understood that he got the job done, and then he left the game, and his parents probably are crying right now, crying that their own son let this happen.
No, that's not what you're doing. You're not going to say the father is crying. The mother is probably it, but the father is not. The father is laughing his head off. That is what the father is doing. He is laughing. He is having a beer, laughing
You don't see me assuming things. Why are you assuming things tonight? I'm the journalist. I'm the broadcast journalist in this game. I'm the broadcast journalist in this report. I'm the broadcast journalist when it comes to everything, when it comes to anything stories. You're the only person that is just assuming.
No. You assume that they were. You assume that Miss and Kai2 was teaming up against each other.
They were, and I can guarantee that I'm right, and I'm the broadcast journalist that's never wrong. Anyways, American Guns, who's actually currently inside the lobby. Okay, well, nonetheless, American Guns is inside already here. You can actually see here if American Guns is... Well, actually, Kai2 Crazy is still alive. I just realized Mist is not in the game, so it's over for Mist. Mist actually does lose. Kai2 Crazy is going to end up winning this game. And again, I think this was all a ruse. I think everybody was just letting Kai2 Crazy win on purpose. That's what it was all about.
There you go. You're accusing.
That's not assuming. That's not accusing or anything. That is with proof.
No.
You want to what? Well, the proof is right. Listen, the proof is right in the pudding, as that saying goes. The proof is right in front of your eyes. Listen to look at how this how convenient the Kai2 Crazy. Oh, it's always convenient, isn't he? Isn't it kind of funny how he's always in the perfect spot right when he wins the matchup? At the perfect spot he wins. That's very much too convenient for him to win right there.
Hey, he went to the school. He went to the University of Yeet. Okay, that's what it is.
Nice.
Okay,
that's what it is.
I mean,
that's what it is.
I mean, look, they're playing like someone who's got more than just skill on their side, and you got to be kidding me. That timing was suspiciously convenient. They're playing like someone who's got more than just skill, again, as I stated before. Okay? Did you not just see that? Did you not just see that? There was no mistakes, no hesitation. It's almost unnatural, if you ask me.
That was good
I've
skills.
seen pros miss shots like that. I've seen pros miss shots like that. I've seen that happen all the time. It Kai2 Crazy, the fact that he's actually in this game right now, the fact that he's actually trying to continue to sway the public thinking that he's going to win this game, it's very much disgusting in my eyes. It Kai2 Crazy doesn't deserve to be here, in my opinion.
I see perfection. That's all I saw. Was perfection. I saw a great shucky crack moment. Is what I saw.
Whatever.
What?
You know, Mist doesn't like you, right, T?
What?
I don't even
Kai2
know
Crazy
what
doesn't like
chicken-
you. Mist doesn't like you. They like me. They just don't like you. Anyways, as you can see, here we go. This is
No,
the final.
they don't like you. They don't like you at all.
You can see here the final round of this matchup. And now here's Twitter and Twitter Shade, who I guess joins us for the very first time. There's Clypus. Kai2 Crazy still around in this game, and my broadcast colleague T is there. There's Mist, also the champion, who's not going to be winning this game right now. There's American Guns on the other hand, and the Gamer Boy, who of course is still in here. And there's Twitter, who again is back in well, at the top, trying to make sure he's going to try to knock down the opponent. And it looks like Clypost got eliminated by Mist, the champion. The Mist, the champion, here trying to make sure he's going to try to gain control. And now remember, this is the final round. We know Kai2 Crazy is going to win this matchup, guys, but I mean, it's all about having the last laugh, right? So imagine if Mist actually wins the final round. At least it goes to show that he's sending a clear-cut message that he is not going to go down. What are you doing shooting? Tea time.
Hey, you said defend myself, right? You said defend myself.
You did.
You're not
say
supposed to defend yourself. No, you're
Yeah,
a broadcast
no,
commentator.
that's what you
Just like
hey,
pizza,
hey,
and you violated broadcast commentary here tonight. You guys are not supposed to be get involved in the game. You're not supposed to. You're a commentator for crying out loud.
You told me to get involved, so I got involved.
Yeah, no. Defend yourself from Kai2 Crazy. You didn't defend yourself from Kai2 Crazy. Kai2 Crazy was the one that shot you down, by the way. You were shooting at somebody else who was innocent.
No. You told me to get involved, so I got involved.
Get involved against Kai2 Crazy. Again, Kai2 Crazy was the man who shot you down. Nevertheless, though, you guys violate broadcast commentary, journalistic integrity at its best. As American Guns has been shotgunned already, Kai2 Crazy again, and Mist and Twitter, the last three standing in this triple threat matchup for the final round here tonight, here on Fortnite, part of the Network's Fortnite Horizon, again to tonight, where we were supposed to determine a family, whether or not if they're actually going to consider to be a family, or if their parents were going to be divorced, and it all came out to be a ruse for crying out loud. The fact of the matter is, Micah, he left the game. He knew for a fact what this entire thing was all about. It was to give Kai2 Crazy and Miss some leverage tonight, along with the Gamer Boy as well, and who knows who else in the lobby.
So you contradicted yourself because you said to get involved, but then you told me.
I said to get involved against Kai2 Crazy, the man responsible. By the way, Kai2
no,
Crazy, speaking of which,
part.
though, well, this is going to be an interesting. I did.
No,
I want to roll back the footage. I was able to say that Kai2 Crazy should be the guy that should be stood up for, along with Mist, and also the
you
Gamer
said that
Boy.
now.
Three
You said that
gentlemen
now.
who think that they're so cool. Anyways, Kai2 Crazy and Mist, the last two standing. How apropos for these two idiots, I guess, clowns, to be ending the game here tonight. But nonetheless, though, oh, and Mist a shotgun. Kai2 Crazy, probably the craziest kill we've seen here tonight. Kai2 Crazy had some sort of plan in mind, but instead it was Mist who actually shotgunned Kai2 Crazy, and it was Mist who was able to raise the score to 6 points. But remember, it was Kai2 Crazy with a total of 7 points here tonight.
Hey, what a great game tonight. That was a very great game tonight. I'm so happy with all the great competitors here tonight. A great game
So
for
happy. Okay.
great win for Miss, the champion.
What's your problem? What's your problem? How about that? What is your problem here tonight? What is up with you trying to support guys that shouldn't even be supported?
You mean I give support where it needed to be.
None of these guys here tonight in the lobby deserve any support or any even respect, in my opinion. How about that? They're not good in my eyes. Kai2 Crazy just killed me right there. And what, you're going to sit there and let that happen? You're not going to support me. You're not going to actually support me and help your broadcast colleague. What about you?
You were
Pizza?
just
You like getting involved in the game, right? You like getting involved in the game. You were playing in the game, and you don't even want to help me, your own broadcast colleague. I'm the guy that carries you two every single week, and what, you guys are going to just sit there and let this happen?
Whoa. Usually you don't even do anything. You just sit there and let people kill you, or just.
And you guys are just sitting there too, letting me get killed.
Hey, at least I
Nonetheless, though,
moved.
ladies and gentlemen. Well, anyways, nonetheless, though, ladies and gentlemen, it has been like I said, a wild night here tonight. Would have never expected this night to end up like this. All in all, I thought it was all about Micah here tonight. And I was supporting the guys. You can actually rewatch the entire footage. Yeah, I was supporting him at first until I realized it clicked. It dawned on me.
So
It dawned on
you
me that it was
really-
all a plan, a ruse. This was Micah who just wanted to get some attention. He didn't like his parents to begin with.
hold on.
He decided to meet up with...
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead and interrupt me.
So you say you support Micah, but then change your mind and say you don't support Micah.
In the beginning, I supported Micah, like I said.
Okay.
I then changed my
Okay.
mind whenever
Yeah.
I realized there was a click, an instant click. And just like a puzzle, everything pieced together wisely.
Right.
And the fact was this. It was Micah who wanted attention. He didn't really care for his parents. He grouped up with people like Kai and Mist. They had some sort of plan in mind. They put the plan into fruition to make it seem like this kid wanted to fight for his parents, when in reality, it was Kai2 Crazy and Mist, along with Micah, who just wanted to... I guess they just wanted to trick the entire public for the sake of attention.
No. I'm bet you right now, Micah, father is having a great laugh at this right now. Micah, father is
Will you
enjoying
stop
himself.
assuming? You're a broadcast commentator, for crying out loud. All you're doing is you're just assuming every time. How do you know? I want to see proof right now. I want to see proof. No, give me proof at this point in time that his father is actually laughing. Go ahead.
Okay, let's bring him on next week. Let's bring him on next week.
Sure.
And let's
You know what?
Let's see.
You can
Let's
bring whoever
hear.
you want next week. Nonetheless, though, it doesn't change the fact that his parents got a divorce and that Micah was just, this was all some sort of ruse, and that Kai Too Crazy and Mist and all the others are proud of the fact that they got the attention they got.
Is it settled? Is the divorce settled? Where's the judge?
I'm the judge. How about
You
that?
know what? I can be Judge Paul.
Nonetheless.
Let me be Judge Rebel. I'll be Judge Rebel. Bring.
Judge Rebel, okay.
Yeah.
I'll be Judge Pizza. Oh, we
Yep,
too.
that's nice. Nice. Judge
Yeah.
Pizza and Judge Rebel, two judges very much biased. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us here tonight. And listen, this is unbelievable, but it is safe to say that his parents are obviously getting a divorce. This all began weeks and weeks ago, thinking that Micah was the victim, when all in all, he was the man that played us all. His parents got a divorce. Kai Too Crazy and
I'm assuming
and
things.
Mist. Yes, you are. And Mist and Kai Too Crazy clearly had some sort of plan in mind, and it was Kai Too Crazy who did indeed win. But nonetheless, it was Fortnite free-for-all match. When it came to everybody who competed here tonight, thank you all for competing. Thank you all for participating.
This whole thing was a farce. This whole game was a farce. Like, you don't have matches to determine a divorce. Like, this was a farce.
Are you done? Are you done interrupting me?
No.
Okay. Well, guess what? It doesn't matter if you're done or not, because I'm about to end the broadcast here tonight. Micah's parents has been officially divorced. I can confirm that at this point in time. Again, I was just told moments ago by my producer that they sent the message to the board of directors. They have gotten the divorce. With that being said, everybody, we're going to continue the story when it comes to the Japanese clan. The Japanese clan, along with my broadcast colleague, have some sort of beef. And here's another thing I wanted to say. At first, I used to think that you were the victim, but all this time, I think it's the Japanese clan members who are the victims.
Really?
And they shouldn't. Yes. But I'm going to talk all about that tomorrow in the next broadcast, a part of Legacy. Thanks for joining us, everyone. For a guy who doesn't talk in pizza versus a guy who actually assumes a lot in tea, I'm Adrian Matt, everybody. Thanks for joining us live here tonight, a part of Fortnite. Kai Too Crazy did win. And for Micah, his parents officially got a divorce. But I think, again, it was all a ruse. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Good night. We'll catch you next time.
Yeet!